Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is day 4 of 248 at Paul Mitchell. Right now you can just see me taking down the set I did yesterday on day 3. I just decided to record since I was in a area where I had enough space. So you'll be seeing everything I did on the mannequin head today. Right now, I am just taking down the set that I did yesterday. So we have a roller set going down the middle. And then we have some stand-up curls, or I believe they're called wet curls. I'm not really sure. Going down the back is really from the back of the ear all the way to the neck. And then you can see here, I just have some finger waves going on in the front. So I'm just going to be taking that down and getting ready for the things that we have to do today, and I'll be popping back in just to explain what's happening in the video. I really just wanted to record just in case somebody was curious or wanted to go to Paul Mitchell in their area, just so they can get an idea or just to see what is going to be happening all the way up to core, which I am in, to adaptive, and all the way up to a creative. So hopefully I will be actually reminding myself to record for you guys so you can see my journey here at the Paul Mitchell. So here we are getting my mannequin's head ready for the Paul Mitchell ponytail. I've actually did a style previous to this that involved teasing, so she is really tangled all throughout her hair since it was supposed to be a big voluminous hairstyle. So I'm just combing that out and getting ready for the ponytail. Now the technique that we are using for the ponytail, I have seen it in when other people create or form a ponytail, so I really didn't know it was a Paul Mitchell technique, but if it is, that's what we're doing today. So you could just see me combing the hair out and getting ready to style and form the technique. So here I am just getting done brushing up my mannequin's hair, and I'm getting ready for my rubber bands. We're actually going to take 3 rubber bands today since my mannequin's head is short and thick, but you can always adjust based on your client's hair. So I'm just taking 3 rubber bands and just looping that around the other one, and then I'm going to place a bobby pin at each end of the rubber band just so it can be ready for me to actually style. And so since we're doing a ponytail today, I'm just kind of getting ready to kind of form and shape it, but I am going to get a little style. So I'm going to take out some hair in the front, just so once I get done with the ponytail and everything, I can kind of curl it up just a bit, make it a little bit cute instead of just a basic pull to the back or pull to the neck area type of ponytail. I want it to be a little bit cute. So I took out maybe like 2 pieces at each end in the back, just so I can leave those out so I can also curl that up. So I'm just taking like a regular, I think it's a Denman brush. I'm not really sure the technical term. I know a lot of the natural curly girls use it just when they get out of the shower to brush their hair just to define their curls. So it's kind of similar to that brush, but this is the brush that we are going to use today. So once I pull everything back, I think I'm just shaping it, trying to make sure everything is smooth. I'm going to be taking that bobby pin and putting it at the very top and wrapping that around as many times as I can. I think today I did maybe like, I think I aimed for 3, but I'm just trying to get used to actually doing this technique of putting the ponytail in the hair, because I've never did this before. But I'm going to put a bobby pin in the front and I'm going to put one in the back, so they're kind of basically on top of each other, just in a different area of the ponytail. And then I'm going to take the hair from the back of the ponytail and wrap it around the base so nobody can see the rubber band or the bobby pins around the hair. Just want to fluff it out, make it cute, make sure everything is covered up. Then going back in with my comb to smooth it out. Also, what I forgot to film, I did tease the ponytail a little bit just to make it a little bit more, give it a little bit more of a puff in the back, just so it can be fun and nice and full, give it a full look. Then I'm going in, I think this is a Marcel curling iron. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my probably 2nd time using this type of curling iron. I am not familiar. I'm very much into curling the hair with a basic flat iron or curling it with a big inch curling iron. So this was kind of a little bit difficult for me, and here the curling iron was just a little bit too tight. So while it was hot, I tried to pull it a little bit, just trying to elongate the curls. And I kept playing with that just for a little bit, just to get it the way that I like. Then I did take out just like some straggly pieces in the front, just bump that a little bit just to make it, you know, cute, fun, kind of neat, but kind of not. That was kind of the look that I was going for, nothing special. So here you can see me getting ready for the French twist. Now, I have done this style while just playing around, so actually hearing the professional name is interesting. I didn't know it really had a name. But here you can see I was just kind of going in full force, just because I already understand what the look needed to be, but I was just kind of doing whatever. Here my bobby pins weren't really tight on the hair to my mannequin, so it gave me a really loose look. I mean, it was what our teacher was asking for, but it just really wasn't coming out the way I wanted. I think this is where my bobby pins starting to get loose, and I'm starting to actually see them hanging out, and I'm just kind of grabbing the hair and twisting it, grabbing the hair and twisting it, and just putting my bobby pins in. Obviously, you can see the humps here and there, and it just wasn't coming out the way I wanted to. Everything was just all over the place. I kept looking in the mirror, trying to see it from a different perspective, and it just wasn't coming out right. And even when I got to the front, I didn't know where to put the hair was, and that's where a lot of the stuff is going to happen when you get to this portion of your cosmetology experience. Of course, you can see my teacher to the side also doing the style on her mannequin head, and I'm just looking like, what the heck? Mine's looking nothing like yours. Hers is so professional, so neat, and we don't get to use products, so basically we can only use water at this point. But still, hers is nice and neat. I'm like, where did I go wrong? Where did I mess up? So right now you could just try to see me try to at least attempt to make it look a little better, trying to smooth it out as much as I can. It just looks bad. It looks like rushed. So I'm like going to the front now, and I'm just trying to comb it out since we did the curls on the last style. So I'm just trying to comb out those curls that I had did. And now here you can see me, I'm like, what I'm gonna do with this front little piece. I don't know where this goes. And here I'm just like, oh, I could do a little hump, but I ain't got enough hair. So at this point, I'm just taking it down. I'm taking it down, and I'm starting over. Everything was loose. Everything was not in place. It was not tight. So it was gonna come down anyway eventually, especially if the wind hit it. It was not gonna hold up a fight, not one bit. So I am just taking it down. I am starting over. So I'm just taking out a little bit more hair in the front, because I'm like, okay, I can create a little hump in the front. I think I can do that. So I'm just taking that down, and then just trying to take my time on the second time around. So here I'm actually just smoothing everything out. I am happy with my work, just a little bit more, but those flyaways are just bothering me. So I just tried to get a little circle once I got done, just so it can just be open and really secure and flat, and there's just not pieces just hanging anywhere. Now here I said I wanted to do a little hump, so I am taking my teasing comb and just teasing the back. I want the front, of course, to look smooth, so I'm not gonna actually take my comb and tease it in the front. But I am teasing it in the back. I'm just teasing it just a little bit and then combing out the rest of those hairs. And then I'm going to try to curl it up. Now, it did not come out the way that I wanted it to. I still am challenged with it. I thought I was getting it, but while I was doing it, it was looking rough. So I kind of just left it how it was, and of course you'll see that towards the end. But I was really just playing with it, messing around. Like, the hair wasn't doing what I wanted the hair to do. So you can see me just playing with it, taking pins out, putting pins back. In here, I believe, is what I thought was gonna actually happen, but I couldn't get that look for the rest of the hair. It was a little bit too high for me, and honestly, I didn't know how to actually tune that down or make it just a little bit smaller. So if you guys have any tips, please comment them down in the comments below so I can actually know what to do, just in case this happens to me again while going through different styles for the rest of my time here. But yeah, I'm just really trying to work with it as much as I can at this point. So going into the last stretch of the day, I am doing rope braids on this little section of the hair. I'm actually going to part the hair in 4 different ways and do different styles for each section. So like I said, here with rope braids, and of course you can see I'm basically done. I have 1 more left, but I will say at the beginning of this was very, very, very difficult. So and I'll say it was difficult for me. Other people in the class did it super well, but I was just really struggling with this style. So if you want to go to Ponytail or any beauty school and you want to practice on something, I would say probably this is what you need to practice on. If you're really not good with braids, if you really are not good with twist or anything, this is something definitely you need to practice on. And even I know how to do braids here and there. I'm not the best, but I know how to do it, and I was still struggling with this. So if you want to practice on something, definitely practice on these rope braids. And I know another girl was just calling it Senegalese twist. I haven't done it before when they were popular a few years ago, but yeah, that was very difficult for me. Now, of course, in this section, we are doing fishtail braids. Now, I chose to put my hair in a ponytail. You can definitely not do that and just take the hair and go ahead and do a fishtail braid. But I wanted to do a ponytail because it's a little bit easier for me. And when I learned how to do the fishtail braid, I learned how to do it in a ponytail. So I'm just taking the hair and, of course, taking my little pieces, putting it towards the next section. Like I said, if you're not really good at braids, or that's one thing that is concerning you about if you do apply for cosmetology school, you are nervous about doing braids, I would definitely say these little sections that I'm doing, if you want to practice, you basically can the rope braid, fishtail braid, cornrow, and I thought they were bantu knots, but they're Zulu knots. So here I'm also finishing up Zulu knots. I thought they were called Bantu knots, but I think the professional term is Zulu knots. At least that's what my teacher had on the board. I did not get a chance to record my cornrow braids because there are a bunch of videos on YouTube explaining how to do cornrow braids. Plus I did not get a really great view. So in each section I have rope braids, Zulu braids, fishtail braids, and 3 or 4 cornrows going down the back. If you do like this, I'm recording what I did today at Paul Mitchell. Please let me know and I will record the rest of this journey. But thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe.